I was suffering from severe depression. And so my mom was like, I need to get my daughter help. And that's where it all started.
So talk to me about that. You're 17 years old, you're overweight, obviously not accepted by the masses because humans are naturally assholes, right? And so you're feeling this depression. What was that like? Like, what were the major pieces that were forcing you into depression? And how did you find yourself trying to get through the day?
So so I mean, I don't want to talk too much about other variables, but you know, the environment, my home environment was also a huge factor into the depression.
Okay.
But more than anything, I mean, think about it. You're an adolescent. Women, as it is, we're more emotional, right? We have more hormones. You're an adolescent. As it is, you're becoming a grown-up, right? Right before 18, as a woman, hormones are going crazy, right? Puberty. You're trying to find yourself, right? And who you're becoming. And then on top of that, add in the variable of weighing 245, where, you know, I just wanted guys to like me, right? I just wanted boys to like me. I wanted to date. I wanted to have the same timeline, right, that my friends were experiencing. And that wasn't it. So kids are kids, right? Everybody, I think, in high school goes through some sort of bullying. So of course I experienced that. I can't recall being depressed about that, but it was more like, I don't like what I see in the mirror.
Gotcha.
And so ironically enough, the thing that was causing me to be overweight was what I would turn to, right? So in emotional eating, it was just a vicious cycle because I couldn't get out of it.
Right. So it's funny that you said kids will be kids. Everybody goes through some sort of bullying in high school. The truth is that a lot of people don't grow out of that stage. And unfortunately, a lot of adults act equally as ridiculous. You know, we live in a world where people love to point fingers rather than fix themselves. And it's interesting. I just interviewed Kip Roth, who is a super successful person, and he has deformed arms, and he was born that way. And he says that even to this day, he's over 50, and even to this day, sometimes people will look at him and like startle and jump back in fear. And some people give him looks of disgust when they see him. When he was younger, trying to get a job, he couldn't get a job at a restaurant because people said that they couldn't hire him because people wouldn't want to see him near their food. Like, those are adults. So, we didn't even get into what he went through as a child. He had brothers, so I'm sure he had protection. But when you go out into the real world, people are equally as difficult, if you will, right? And it's funny, I heard something, and I want to ask you your opinion on this, because we brought up, the gastric bypass. You did it for health reasons, but also mental health reasons. And I kind of want to talk about your journey there, but there's this, there's like a trend happening with these high level entrepreneurs / coaches / health nuts. And the trend is they're all following each other. They're a bunch of sheep following each other. And the trend is they're saying, if you're overweight, I won't do business with you.
Ooh.
And they're saying this on social media, and they're saying, and their reasoning is, if you're overweight as an adult and as an entrepreneur, it tells me that you don't care about yourself. And if you don't care about yourself, then how can I partner with you and imagine that you would care about everything in our business? What do you think about that statement?
Okay. So as a formerly, and I was considered morbidly obese at 17 years old. As a former morbidly obese person, there's truth to that. There's truth to that. 100%. 100%. I say this with an open heart. I still struggle around eating because growing up, that's what I did. I ran to food.
Right.
So now when I'm stressed or anything, I'm still like, I want to go, picar, right? Just munch all day long. And so I'm still overcoming that, but I'm a big believer in two things. The statement of the easiest thing to control is what you put in your mouth, right?
Yeah.
So if we can't control that, what other sense of control is there around, anything else, and two, the way you do something is the way you do everything.
Yes, it's one of my favorite sayings.
So there's truth to that. I won't sit here and say that I'm going to judge someone solely on that. But I see the reasoning, behind that.
And I know there's some people that agree with it, other people that don't agree with it. I call them sheep because it was like one person said it, and then like everyone who thought they were super cool needed to say it too, So it's like, sheep following each other. But and believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, there are sheep at all levels of income and fame and wealth. Okay. So, as I'm listening to this, I tried to sit back and kind of dissect that, because I don't know if that's something I would say publicly, but equally, right? Like, I don't know if I would go on social media and be like, if you're fat, I'm not working with you. You know what I mean?
That's out there.
Yeah, it's pretty out there. But is there a correlation to the mental health that someone has when they're overweight to the mental health they would bring to the partnership or the business relationship that you would create? There has to be, because you brought up mental health at a high level and you're a testament to the change, and so you start to think maybe there is some reality or some truth to that. And also, I don't know if it's everybody. Like, I got an uncle, his name was Keto. Dude was big all the time. Dude didn't give a shit. Dude was on the dance floor. He danced salsa better than anybody out there. He was like the guy. He's been married like 3 times. He's got kids. He's got, like, for him, his energy was not of depression. His energy was completely of positivity and beautiful life and living, and just, he ate because he wanted to live, that kind of thing. You know what I mean? And then it's funny because I see his son looked just like him, and his son dances like him and talks like him, and everything. And his son was gordito, and son hit me up yesterday. No lie, yesterday I'm having this conversation with him, and he's like, he's on day 80 of a 90-day challenge, and he's lost so much weight. And I'm like, yo, dog, what's up? By the way, this guy works in marijuana, so I don't know how he's losing weight, because like, please, bro, like, how do you literally work in an environment of munchies and go on a 90-day challenge, right? But determination. But complete determination. And I was like, yo, primo, kudos to you, bro. That's awesome. And I think he hit me up because I'm really big, and I'm a big advocate of working out. And I believe that this is my belief. I know there's plenty of people out there that say it, but I'm living proof of this belief. And I believe that if you wake up early in the morning and the first thing you do is take care of yourself, the rest of the day you can spend taking care of everybody else, because you already took care of you, and plus you just feel better. Like, the endorphins that are running through my body when I walk through the door after hitting the gym, like, everybody get the fuck out of my way because we are having fun. I'm going to mess with you. Like, my mom looks at me, she goes, listen, bro, relax. Okay. Like,
too much energy this early in the morning.
My mom lives with me, so she gets like the full brunt of this, and I love it, dude. I'm like, listen, you got to take care of you. You got to handle that kind of business. I know you hit the gym consistently now. Like, that's become mad religious for you. Like, you didn't go get gastric bypass and just say, okay, that's it. Like, you take care of you. Tell us about your routine. I want to know more.
So funny enough that we're, on the podcast or I'm on the podcast today. So I just took a 3-month hiatus from the gym for no reason at all. No, I didn't suffer from an injury, nothing. Again, the mental health, right? Some moments I'm like really into the gym, and other moments I'm like, okay, well, you know, I could go just do cardio every once in a while, and I don't have to train with a trainer and be Monday through Friday, you know. But I just started back up yesterday. So I want to go back to what you know, or what you were just mentioning of, I am the 5 a.m. gym girly. So as you know, as long as I'm training with my trainer, I am there early in the morning.